A quick look at the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will virtually address youth across India tomorrow. In Shillong, the event will be held at Lok Bhavan. Nongstoin police arrested Colding star Thong Ni in connection with murder of 60-year-old Elbin Kharbani. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates Greenfield Alluri Sitarama Raju International Airport at Bhogapuram in Andhra Pradesh. President Draupadi Murmu gives assent to Public Examinations Amendment Bill 2026. And Pormit Hajong becomes first athlete from Meghalaya to win at the Masters Union High Rocks Delhi. And now the news in detail. First, let's have a look at the local news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will virtually address youth across India under the Nasha Mukt Yuva for Viksit Bharat Sankalp Abhiyan on August 2, 2026. In Shillong, the event will be held at the Lok Bhavan. State Director of MY Bharat, Linda B.K. Sangma, informed that the program will connect around 10,000 locations and engage over 1 crore youth through physical and virtual participation. The campaign aims to mobilize youth against substance abuse and contribute to the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. The event will also launch a 100-week nationwide Sunday campaign featuring sports, cultural programs, fitness, meditation, awareness drives, and community engagement activities.
The view that My Bharat, under the Ministry of Education and Sports, is organizing this Nasamukti Yuva for Viksit Bharat Sankalp Abhiyan with the vision of creating a drug-free India. That means Nasamukti Bharat. On 2nd of August 2026, our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi will virtually address youth from across the country under this nationwide campaign. The program will connect approximately 10,000 locations and engage more than 1 crore youth through physical and virtual participation. Youth from My Bharat spiritual organizations, My Bharat NSS, youth clubs, schools, colleges, universities, NGOs, and industrial associations will participate in this program.
Nongstoin Police Station have arrested 22-year-old Colding star Thong Ni in connection with the murder of 60-year-old Elbin Kharbani, the assault on his wife Seldaris Kharsinthiu, and the alleged kidnapping of their 18-year-old daughter at Maukrok Porsota village in West Khasi Hills. Superintendent of Police H.P. Kharkongor said Thong Ni was arrested from Kliu Iu Nongstoin on July 31st after an intensive operation with the help of VPDCNA members. During interrogation, the accused confessed to cutting the electricity supply before breaking into the house and attacking the couple. The daughter was allegedly taken to a forest in Sile Yauken village but managed to escape and return home safely. Investigations revealed Thong Ni was the live-in partner of the victim's daughter and was upset over the family's disapproval. Further investigation is underway.
Masih ada information tu officer juga nak buat Nongstoin Police Station lah proceed seperti biasa. Kemudian gini ke Jinsha Tombor, but inquiry itu lah ladan way urunar bah Tombor ya kini Arnold, but Haju por layo ke jintip niki bahieng sem jungki niki shijur bakawai ke kun ke tega jungki ke bakhat pras nang garata kamdan shu hieng bat kalaja tin masinyo kani ke information nagalian jungi ki polisu ni la ya tayap ki shnong paramajan itu baru ki village defense party kunya ka VPC ni bat kini ki shnong marjan kulosopian bagi shnong.
The Jaintia National Council (JNC), led by Central President Sambormi Lingdo, has strongly condemned alleged police excesses and state-backed actions against its leaders and residents ahead of the public hearing in Sutnga on July 30th. In a statement, the JNC accused police of intimidation, violence and coercion, claiming 6 members, including its president, were detained and subjected to lathi charges at Umpleng. The organization alleged that police forces from Garo Hills were deployed to suppress dissent in Elaka Nongklie and Elaka Sutnga. The JNC further criticized the state government for prioritizing development over local livelihoods, alleging forced land acquisition and involvement of corporate-backed groups.
Ya kabajia kato kesingi yo iba ki pulit jongka distrik ke jongi kilong tangkum kita kinong peni ba uno ude uta usambor manu badai kita kinong ilam jongka JNC bat kini ki pulit na po Garo Hill kila kembe jengi rengkat ki tiar siat ki jongki rengkat ba kila phongma selede bat ngingi ni pendram jur ya kane ka jingla jongka police department ki balaya bor na kita ki bahalor na markat kum habangi persyang bani kran bat kini ki pulit balai pikem yengi halor kano kanong rim pikem yengi Kishu ong be jengi ngingim tip henrengi layak bor na kiba halor. Susu habang ipet. Ya ka ke bajia hapo ka ilka nong klik ka penpau syai kedar ya ka jinglong jingman jong ka ne ka sorkar. Baka ne ka sorkar hakadur jong ka development. Kala kini ya ka jakpo jong ki nong rep ki baju rep haute ulum serman. Kala kini jubor ya ki jaka ki puta jong ki nong song jong ka elka nong khle bat ki wepat ki elka ki bedon ya ki jaka ki jong ki hapo uni ulum serman.
The Indian Armed Forces showcased their advanced weapons and equipment to the public in Meghalaya, drawing a huge crowd from across the state. The display highlighted India's growing defense capabilities and generated excitement among visitors who witnessed modern military technology up close. Officials announced that the exhibition will be held again on August 3rd, 2026, encouraging citizens to participate and celebrate the strength and preparedness of the nation's armed forces. The government of Meghalaya will host internationally acclaimed Polish guitarist, composer and producer Marcin at the Lariti Performing Centre, Maukasyang, as part of the Art of Guitar Tour 2026. Presented by Jameson Connects and Forward Lifestyle and Experiences LLP, the Shillong leg marks Marcin's India debut, bringing a globally recognized artist to a city celebrated for its vibrant music culture. Local artists under the Chief Minister's Meghalaya Grassroots Music Program expressed excitement, calling the event a landmark moment for Shillong's music scene. Let's move on now to the regional stories. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma today attended the first disbursement program of Arunodaya 3.0, a flagship welfare initiative of the state government. The event marked the rollout of financial assistance under the scheme, aimed at supporting economically weaker sections and empowering women across Assam. Visuals from the program highlighted the CM's participation as beneficiaries received the first installment under Arunodaya 3.0. Flood-affected families in Sivasagar district are struggling for shelter and livelihood after widespread inundation. With homes submerged and farmland damaged, displaced residents face mounting hardships as they seek relief and rehabilitation support. Authorities continue to monitor the situation and provide assistance to those impacted. Moving on now to the national stories. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today inaugurated the Greenfield Alluri Sitarama Raju International Airport at Bhogapuram in Andhra Pradesh. Built under the public-private partnership mode at a cost of over rupees 5,640 crore, the airport can handle 6 million passengers annually and is equipped with AI-based systems, biometric processing and automated baggage handling. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu and Union Civil Aviation Minister K. Ram Mohan Naidu highlighted the airport's modern features to the PM. Speaking at the event, PM Modi said the airport inaugurated at the soil where Alluri Sitarama Raju dedicated his life to tribal welfare will serve as a runway for Andhra's growth and a launch pad for the youth of North Andhra.
ये धरती अल्लूरी सीताराम राजू की धरती है। अल्लूरी सीताराम राजू जी ने जिस धरती पर आदिवासी हितों के लिए अपना जीवन समर्पित किया, आज उसी धरती पर आंध्र प्रदेश के एक नए एयरपोर्ट की शुरुआत हो रही है। ये एयरपोर्ट आंध्र और उत्तर आंध्र की ग्रोथ का रनवे है। ये आंध्र के युवाओं के बेहतर भविष्य का लॉन्च पैड है। मैं आंध्र प्रदेश के लोगों को, देश के लोगों को बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं।
President Draupadi Murmu has given assent to the Public Examinations Prevention of Unfair Means Amendment Bill 2026. The bill was passed by Parliament on Thursday. The Act aims to curb unfair practices in public examinations by introducing stricter punishments and establishing fast-track courts. It seeks to strengthen transparency, fairness and integrity in the examination system by creating a robust legal framework while protecting the future of students. The Act includes several key provisions, including stringent penalties such as imprisonment of up to 10 years, fines of up to 10 crore rupees, and the confiscation of properties belonging to convicted offenders. The Indian Railways has approved the multi-tracking of the 29-kilometer Dannapur-Fatuha section of the East Central Railway at a cost of rupees 976 crore. The project aims to decongest one of the busiest stretches on the Patna rail corridor, enabling a significant boost in both passenger and freight services. According to the Railway Ministry, in its first year of operations, the project will allow 22 additional passenger trains and 18 additional freight trains daily, while handling an extra 5.2 million tons of freight annually. Officials said the new lines will ease congestion, minimize delays and improve punctuality across the Patna region. Now let's have a look at the international stories. Tensions have escalated in Spain's Melilla following the mass arrival of migrants in Ceuta, sparking concerns over border security and humanitarian response. Local authorities reported heightened pressure on facilities and services as the influx of migrants continues, while security forces remain on alert to manage the situation. The developments have drawn attention to Spain's North African enclaves, where migration flows often trigger political and social challenges. Italy has temporarily suspended open border travel with Spain following a sharp rise in migrant crossings into Ceuta from Morocco. The move affects flights and maritime transport, halting Spain's participation in the Schengen border-free travel arrangements that allow free movement across 29 European countries. Italian Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani announced the decision yesterday, citing the need to safeguard Italy's security and protect the EU's external borders. He said the suspension, permitted under EU rules, will remain in force for 1 month starting today. And coming up are the sports news. Pormit Hajong, an Indian Air Force serviceman from Mahendraganj, Southwest Garo Hills, has become the first athlete from Meghalaya to win at the Masters Union High Rocks, Delhi. Competing in the men's doubles category alongside Sonu Yadav of Haryana, the duo clinched the top spot with a timing of 1 hour 18 minutes and 3 seconds. The global indoor fitness race held at Yashobhumi IICC New Delhi marked the start of the 2026-27 High Rocks season. The event featured athletes tackling 8 kilometers of running combined with 8 functional workout stations, testing both mental endurance and physical strength. Expressing pride, Hajong said he was honored to be the first from Meghalaya to participate and win at High Rocks, adding that this was just the beginning of his journey as he looks forward to competing in triathlon events.
I feel incredibly proud and honored to know the fact that I am the first athlete from Meghalaya to participate in High Rocks. I believe 118 for your first High Rocks is quite a good time. So all I want to say is we trusted our guts, our mindset. You have to perform no matter what. So High Rocks is definitely one of the toughest races out there. It challenges your mental and your endurance aspect. Workstation challenges different aspect of your body. So after that you have to run also. So it makes it even more difficult. Especially me and my partner didn't have the opportunity to train together because of our job profiles. And unfortunately before the race we didn't have the chance to do a full simulation.
India is set for a record medal day at the Commonwealth Games, with boxing taking centre stage as 10 Indian pugilists, led by Olympic medalist Lovelina Borhain, compete in their respective finals at the SEC Centre. All 10 boxers secured victories in the semi-finals yesterday, guaranteeing at least silver medals and marking India's best ever boxing performance at the Games. India's judokas will also be in action after Asmita De and Harsh Singh clinched the country's first ever Commonwealth judo gold medals yesterday. Today, Unnati Sharma, Inunganbi Takelambam Karanjit Singh Mann and Harsh Tokas begin their campaigns. In lawn bowls, the men's pairs teams of Navneet Singh and Dinesh Kumar face England in a must-win sectional match, while India will also compete for medals in para-athletics and track cycling.
उस माउंट एवरेस्ट तक पहुंचने का बन सकती है पहली भारतीय महिला खिलाड़ी जो जीते कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स गोल्ड मेडल। जूडो फाइनल 23वें कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स का गोल्ड मेडल लगा है दांव पर। अस्मिता इतिहास रचने से संभव थे 4 मिनट दूर। दमदार शुरुआत अस्मिता की ओर से। वुमेन्स 48 केजी कैटेगरी का ये जूडो का मुकाबला कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स 2026 में ग्लासगो में गोल्ड लक्ष्य है। अस्मिता देखिए एक ऐतिहासिक जीत भारत की ओर से कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स के इस मंच पर पहला जूडो गोल्ड मेडल। नॉर्थ ईस्ट की बेटी अस्मिता दे बनी है कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स गोल्ड मेडल।
And now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature recorded stood at 23 degrees Celsius with a maximum of 33 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 60%. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature recorded stood at 19 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature at 24 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 77%. Meanwhile, in Jowai, minimum temperature recorded stood at 19 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature at 27 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 65%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jowai says moderate rain likely to occur at many places. Before we conclude, here's a recap of the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will virtually address youth across India tomorrow. In Shillong, the event will be held at Lok Bhawan. Nongstoin police arrested Kolding star Thongni in connection with murder of 60-year-old Elbin Kharbani. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates Greenfield Alluri Sitarama Raju International Airport at Bhogapuram in Andhra Pradesh. President Draupadi Murmu gives assent to Public Examinations Amendment Bill 2026. And Pormit Hajong becomes first athlete from Meghalaya to win at the Masters Union High Rocks Delhi. That's all we have in the news for today. Do join us again tomorrow for more news update. Until then, goodbye.